Hi guys and girls, good day. Today we are at Ducati Kuala Lumpur and the reason we are here is to check out the 2021 Ducati Monster. This monster had just arrived in Malaysia in its base form and is now on sale. As a Ducati Monster enthusiast and owner, I had to see it in the flesh for myself. Before we get started, I'd like to share with you a sound clip of what it sounds like just to give a bit of a flavor of what we're going to be looking at. Hope you like that soundtrack. So the new Monster is powered by a 937cc liquid-cooled 90-degree V-twin or L-twin, however you want to call it, that you can also find in the new 950 Hypermotard, Multistrada V2 and Ducati Supersport, although producing slightly different output figures from those bikes. In stock form, the power plant makes 111 horsepower at 9,250 RPMs and 93 Newton meters of peak torque from 6,500 RPMs. With the peak torque delivered at 1250 RPM, lower than the 8-to-1, Ducati quoted that this figure therefore means a richer delivery together with a more instant engine response. Sounds like a promising contender, especially that the new Monster weighs just 166 kilos dry, which is around 15 kilos less than the Monster 8-to-1 it replaced. The engine is still belt driven and runs desmodromic valves. A major change for newer Ducatis is they've managed to extend the Desmo service interval, which is now at 30,000 kilometers or 5 years, whichever comes first. The engine is connected to a 6-speed transmission through a hydraulic wet clutch system. Quick shifter comes as standard on this model, which is a pretty neat feature. Throttle is ride-by-wire where there are 3 power mode options, which we will go through the different settings later. For a stock exhaust, I'm impressed with the amount of noise that came out of those twin cans. With stricter noise regulations in place in various markets, the original exhaust can only do so much for you. Usually original pipes that come as stock is hideous, but this time around they nailed it with this really cool design. Well done Ducati. Either way, 9 times out of 10, a typical Ducati owner will swap the stock exhaust pipes for either Thermix or Akrapovic aftermarket exhausts, which will add street cred, unleash a few horsepowers, and more importantly, expose a bit more of the engine character. On the damping side, up front, the Monster is equipped with 43mm non-adjustable upside-down forks, whereas the rear comes with a single monoshock with preload adjustment only, and reviews have revealed that in stock form it has a decent setup. I'm sensing that in typical Ducati fashion, they will probably come up with a special edition model such as a Stealth or Monster R or Monster S variant that will be equipped with Öhlins branded suspension and adjustability, be it manual or electronic. Up front, you get 320mm dual disc with radially mounted Brembo M4 monoblock 4-pot calipers on both sides. Granted, they are not M50s or Stylimas, but with Brembo stamped on them, you know that they're gonna work well. In the rear, the bike is equipped with a single 245mm disc with a 2-piston Brembo caliper, and of course, braided hoses come as stock. On the lever, there is a Brembo radial master pump, not RCS, but with radial you get more direct feel to the braking. Of course, being a 2021 model, you also get electronic aids such as cornering ABS with customizable settings as part of the package. The new wheel design resulted in weight savings of 1.7 kilograms compared to the predecessor. Matching the sporty character of the bike, the 2021 model makes contact to the ground via a pair of Pirelli Diablo Rosso 3S stock tires with 120/70 up front and 80/55 width for the rear. Overall, I feel the design language for this Monster is a bit different compared to its predecessors. And the most obvious change is for the first time Ducati has made its Monster without the signature trellis frame. Blasphemy! Sacrilegious! I know! It's a controversial move by Ducati and there is a really good reason for that, which is to save weight, 4.5 kilograms lighter than the frame on the 821 to be exact. Gone are the Monsters that come with traditional reflective headlights. The new headlights come with a thick LED outline in which the high beam is powered by a cool looking projector headlight in the center. There are also pretty strong views about how the new headlight looks from the community. Some say it looks like an MV Agusta. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. New indicators do not blink. Instead they scroll, where on the front they are no longer tiny prongs that stick out horizontally but now are meshed into the body design of the bike, whereas the rear indicators also scroll instead of blink. This is pretty cool. We've seen these on cars and it's one of the first on the bike. Maybe we shall see more of this in the future? Who knows? The rear lights look like they come from an Audi or a Lamborghini, which probably makes sense as Ducati is owned by Audi, who also owns Lamborghini. So yeah, it's a Lamborghini bike, I guess. It's in the DNA. In terms of branding, there's plenty of details and design cues all over the bike that are not over the top to remind you that it is indeed a Ducati, in case you forgot. They've paid special attention to detail as Ducati has placed them well. It doesn't look over the top and definitely looks premium. As I mentioned before, the bike I'm showing is a kitted out example. It's a Ducati Monster Plus that is not on sale. But the difference is that there are a few optional accessories that makes the bike look a bit more premium and a bit more complete. It comes with a plastic front mudguard instead of a carbon fiber you can see here. It will come with rear seat instead of a cowl. And no belly pan as well on the normal Monster. For the 2021 Monster, Ducati hasn't migrated to the keyless concept. Turn the key and the 4.3-inch TFT color display lights up, showing you the default screen with plenty of information you need, such as speed, rev counter, temperature, trip meter, clock and gear indicator. Oh yeah, I'm glad they fitted a fuel gauge as opposed to a low fuel light reminder like the one that is on my Monster right now. Of course, you can dive into the settings and navigate around using a switchgear that is easy to use and has a premium quality feel about them. The throttle by wire gives the option of power modes. As you can see here, you get Sport, Touring and Urban. Under Sport, you get the engine at its highest output, but generally traction control, ABS and anti-wheelie are on low settings. In Touring mode, you get medium engine output, higher traction control settings, whereas ABS and anti-wheelie are on slightly higher settings. Under Urban, the engine is on its lowest output settings. You get higher traction control levels, ABS similar to Touring, but anti-wheelie is off as you won't get much power from the engine in this setting anyway. Let's check out the menu and see what else we can customize. The daytime running lights can have different settings as you can see. Now this is a neat feature that is carried from the previous model where you can set the backlight to automatically change to suit the environment lighting, where it will have a white background during the day and a black background when it's out dark. The indicator not only just looks cool, but it comes with an auto cancel feature, which you can activate it if you like to do so. Other than that, you can specify the unit of measurement of speed, where you can toggle between kmh or mph, and temperature, which allows you to toggle between degrees centigrade or degrees Fahrenheit. Overall, the Monster comes with pretty cool features, looks and feels premium to the touch, and most importantly, easy to navigate and get used to. Now being a Ducati, generally it demands the premium, and this Monster is no exception. This bike in stock form without road tax and insurance is just shy of 70,000 ringgit in Malaysia, which is around 17 to 18,000 US dollars. There are 3 colors to choose from, being Ducati Red, Dark Stealth and Aviator Grey. I personally like the red over the others. Now this bike comes with plenty of premium feel, details and toys, but at this price point, Ducati should at least include additional options such as the multimedia system, general accessories such as the windscreen, seat cowl and belly pan. Having gone over the new Monster, it has plenty of power, went on a crash diet and has cool updated design features and great instrumentation. Generally a great recipe for a middleweight naked contender. On top of that, being a Ducati, of course it's cool. It signifies motorcycle royalty. But personally, I've been trying my best to keep an open mind about it, but I still think the bike would look better with the trellis frame. Maybe one day I'll grow out of it. Another thing that bothers me is the overall design language of the bike, which has generally moved away from the traditional Monster design, where it is now more angular and the soft curves that we are used to are no longer there. It's like Ducati saying the new Monster is sharper and more cutting edge compared to the older ones. And that fuel cap that sticks up on the top of the fuel tank, what's that about? I wished it was more level with the rest of the tank. Nevertheless, I sound like a grumpy old man reminiscing of the good old days. Times have changed, and I believe Ducati has a great reason for the trellis frame delete. That is to reduce weight, and less weight means more speed, better agility and better stopping power, of course. Overall, making it a better motorcycle to compete with the middleweight nakeds out there. One thing to consider though, traditionally around 27 years ago, the Monster existed as a parts bin bike where they took the engine from the outgoing Super Sports and matched it to the frame of its latest sports bike. With more comfortable seats, doing away with the clip-ons, that very recipe was a hit that saved Ducati from the brink of bankruptcy. With the latest sports bikes now having the engine as a stress member and sporting an aluminium frame derived from the Panigale V4, the 2021 Monster is technically the result of the same recipe applied today. So has the Monster become less of a monster? Let me know what you think. I for one think that the new design looks better in the flesh than in the pictures. I had low expectations. I'm blown away when I see it in the flesh for the first time. And in the name of innovation and technology, we may just have to make do with Monsters without the long-loved trellis frame. On another note, I can't wait to get a chance to swing a leg over the bike and test it out, as there's plenty of reviews out there really digging the 2021 Ducati Monster. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Ride safe and have a great day. Bye bye.